Hi everybody, happy Saturday. Here we are again, getting ready for our class at 4 o'clock. I've decided to do these intros before every class so that when we're actually doing the class, everybody will have the proper information for the class. The class may look simple, but there's actually a method that we follow during the class which makes the class effective. So these first 15 minutes between 3:45 and 4 o'clock are here for you to ask questions, maybe make some suggestions as what you'd like to see for the class, and allow me to share a little bit about why we do the things the way we do them in the class, so that you can have a better understanding of why we are doing them and how to make these techniques the most effective for you. So we'll start today by talking a little bit about the subconscious and becoming aware that 95% of the decisions we make come from the subconscious is the first step into being able to create changes. The subconscious mind is programmed in early childhood, from the time we're born until we're about 6, 7, 8 years old. And what happens to us in those first 8 years of life determines how we end up spending the rest of our lives, making decisions, making choices, who we date, who we like, what kind of food we eat, what kind of diet we have, whether we are people who follow through, whether we are people who hold high expectations, whether we are people who are disappointed in ourselves or people who love ourselves. All these things are predetermined in these younger years of life, depending on how your parents treat you, what kind of religious upbringing you have, your experiences in church or in peer groups, in kindergarten. All those kinds of things determine how we end up making decisions that affect us for the rest of our lives. So in order for us to change the way we make decisions, we have to literally change our subconscious conditionings, which can be a bit challenging considering we probably don't remember the conditionings that we were exposed to at such a young age. Now, the good thing about that is that we can change our subconscious conditionings by focusing on the solution of what we're looking to achieve. We don't have to figure out why we are the way we are. Once we understand that we are the way we are because of something that happened to us in the past, we don't have to figure it out. All we have to do is realize that this is the choice I make every time I pick a job, or every time I pick a relationship, or every time I choose a friend, or make a decision on what meal I'm eating, or whether to go drive through the McDonald's drive-through, right? That is the awareness that we need in order to create the changes. Once we have that awareness, creating the change actually just becomes a choice, right? You can choose whether or not you're going to drive through the McDonald's drive-through. Sure, it's easier to drive through the McDonald's drive-through. Your mouth may be watering when you think about the McDonald's drive-through. But if you really check the facts and look at the food that McDonald's offers, you realize that this is not something you want to put into your body. The saying goes, you are what you eat, right? So if you want your quality of life to be like the quality of food at McDonald's, go ahead and eat at McDonald's. But if you want your quality of life to be 1,000 times better than what you're getting at McDonald's, you need to stop eating at McDonald's, right? And in that moment of choice where it's easier to drive through the drive-through than to stop at the store, pick up the food, go home and cook it, that is how you change your subconscious. And it's with everything. When you have a moment of panic, a moment of anxiety, a moment of anger, a moment of fear, when you can't decide what to do, our subconscious will continue to make us go through the loop. Drive through the McDonald's drive-through, yell at our spouse, get angry at our friend, choose a different job that might not be the best thing. That's all our subconscious keeping us in our patterns. But if you can become aware of the choices you're making, then you have the choice to make a different choice. Yes, it's harder to go to the store and cook your food and buy the stuff rather than to stop at McDonald's. But if you want to have a better health, this is what you have to do, right? You can't do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. you can't keep going to McDonald's and expect your health to get better, right? And I'm picking on McDonald's, but in general, all the fast food and all the shortcuts we take, they're shortcuts designed to keep us not healthy, right? The pharmaceuticals, it's easier to take a pill for a headache than to take 20 minutes to yourself to do some breath work, to lay down, to put on a frequency, put on your earbuds, and just lay there and breathe to get rid of your headache. But taking a pill to get rid of your headache isn't going to keep you from getting headaches. It's just going to put a band-aid on it and to mask it, and then the next time you'll get a headache again. But if you choose to kind of do some breath work, to focus on the frequencies, eventually you're going to get out of the pattern of having the headaches, or be able to heal them much quicker without the use of a pill. So it is our choice in the moment to either go down the rabbit hole of fear or anxiety or anger with whatever the situation is in front of us, or to say, no, I'm not going to let what you said bother me. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to go into a rage because we've had this discussion a million times before, right? So then you get into this anxiety, this fear, this anger, and you start to create that tense vibration, which actually lowers your vibration. Then the person you're talking to starts to yell and scream, and their vibration lowers. And then you're yelling back and forth, and nobody's getting anything accomplished, and the energy is just going down that rabbit hole. Instead, I've had experience with this with partners in my life who had anger issues, rage actually. And at the slightest little thing, they would rage out, right? So instead of participating in the rage and yelling back at them, I would take a deep breath, and I would say, I love you, but I can't have a conversation with you like this. So why don't we take a little minute? I'll go for a walk, you go for a walk, I'll go upstairs, you go outside, whatever. And when we can calm down, then let's have a conversation to address this. And it takes a lot of work. And this is what you do with your children too. Instead of just yelling at your children and saying, do this, do that, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to get down onto their level, look at them in the face and say, this is not how we react right now. This is not what we're doing right now. This is not what we're eating right now. This is our dinner. If you don't like this dinner, there's nothing else. Either you eat this dinner or you can go play. And then they're going to get hungry. And then an hour later, they're going to be hungry and they're going to want cookies or snacks or whatever. And you say, here's your dinner. This is all we have. Either you eat your dinner or you can go back and play. All right? So time after time, remember, you're conditioning your children the first 6 to 8 years of their lives. You're conditioning them how to behave. So if you're letting them throw temper tantrums and controlling you with the food because they don't want to eat the food you prepared, imagine what they're going to be like as they get older. If you want to save your children from the frustration that you're feeling today in your life with anxiety, with anger, with fear, you have to teach them these skills so that they don't repeat the pattern that you're going through. Right? So this is what I'm talking about, subconscious, and that's where self-hypnosis comes in, right? And people may think self-hypnosis is a, it's like something that they don't really understand, that they're not connected with, or that we have to go to someone to get hypnotized. Self-hypnosis is basically a technique that you can do with yourself. It's way more powerful if you do it with yourself than you paying somebody to do it, right? Because now you're giving your power away to somebody. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go, I'm not taking business away from hypnotists, but I've learned that I can hypnotize myself much easier than anybody. It's just power of suggestion, right? So if you can catch yourself getting angry, getting fearful, anxiety, depression, all the things that we go through, and say, no, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to choose to take a deep breath, to get grounded, to do something else. Focus again on the solution rather than the problem, right? The problem is what always brings us the fear, the anxiety, the anger, right? That's the problem. This person is doing this. My child is doing that. My boss is doing this. I don't have any work right now. How am I going to pay the bills? The problem. Right? So once you get caught up in what the problem is, then you go down that rabbit hole, spiraling into the problem. That's not helping you. It's raising your blood pressure, causing you anxiety, fear, right? When we go down that rabbit hole, our immune systems go down, then we don't feel good, then we get depressed, then we take more pills, then we overeat, then we drink, we smoke, whatever we do, right? So in that moment, when you start to feel yourself going down the rabbit hole, that is when you have to choose and say, no, what is the solution right now? What is the solution, right? You can be angry. I'm not saying you have to dismiss your anger or dismiss your fear. Sit with it a moment. But if you don't want to be angry or don't want to be in fear, then make a choice not to be. Everything is fine around me. Why am I afraid? I'm here at my home. I'm safe. I have a laundry facilities. I have food in the fridge. I have a shower, clean sheets, warm clothes. There's nothing to be afraid of, right? So in the moment, everything is fine. Now you're starting to raise your vibration again. That'll boost your immune system. That'll make your head clear so that you can think more easy. So again, this Aquarian age is bringing us into awareness. It's allowing us to be aware of our decisions and our choices. That's what's happening right now. Everybody's becoming aware of what's happening to them. Now it's up to you to decide what you're going to do in that moment of awareness. Are you going to take the same old path, do the same thing over and over again, react by yelling at your partner, by yelling at your kids, by being pissed off at your boss, or are you going to make a different choice to keep your vibration high, which will then turn the law of attraction around and bring you to more positive stuff? So this is, what's happening right now. All right, we got a few minutes before 4 o'clock when the class starts. So if there's anybody who has anything that they would like to ask, or if there's anything that you would like me to share in the class, which starts in a few minutes, please feel free to message it, type it out, and we'll address those issues. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the throat chakra, which has to do with thyroid. There's a thyroid epidemic right now. Everybody's got thyroid. Why do you think that is? Because we're not being heard, or we're not speaking our truth, or we're speaking our truth and we're not being heard, right? So the neck stiffness that we get, and the pain in the neck and the throat and the sore throats and the thyroid issues, it's all about us not speaking our truth or not being heard, or the misunderstandings. So we're going to address we're going to do some techniques to help heal thyroid today. We're also going to do some power chakra techniques, right? Because that's really important for us to build up our personal power so that we can stand our ground, so that we can take one step in front of the other and, step back into our personal power. So if anybody has anything, I can't really see because I'm far from my phone, if there's any questions. Hi, Fiza. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here, friend. All right, I'm not going to turn this off and then turn it back on for the class. I'm just going to keep on going, but we do have a few minutes for people to start showing up. So we're going to, I'll continue to talk about whatever I can come up with, or again, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, please feel free to type it. I see quite a few people on here. It shows me how people are on, but it's not showing me who it is. So I don't know who's here. I see my friend Fiza. She's awesome. I love you, girl. I'm glad you're here doing your work. I'll talk a little bit more about the class. So who do we have there? Sandra. Hi, Sandra. I'm glad you're here. All right. So the reason I'm doing this live every other day is because the more people that get together at the same time, right? So if we have 6 people, 8 people, 10 people, 15 people, the more people that show up at the same time, the bigger the energy we can create, right? So if we're all doing the same thing at the same time, and it doesn't have to be exactly like we're all doing the movements at the same time, but if we're all in this conscious act of doing, of raising our vibration, of sending out healing to the world, to ourselves, right? The easier it gets because we're lifting the vibration. All of us are doing it together. So we're supporting each other with creating a higher vibration. So the more people that get together to do it at the same time, the easier it gets for all of us to do our work. Right? So the breath work part of this practice is the predominant part that we need to focus on, because the breath work is the emotional stuff that we're dealing with. The body is the physical stuff that we're dealing with, so that's the movements. And then the mantras, that's the mental. That's how we change our mind, by mantras, right? And all the mantras here are pretty much in English, and I'm going to, encourage you to create your own mantras, because sometimes we're chanting mantras in a foreign language. It doesn't really mean anything to us because we don't know what we're saying or what the mantra means. So I find it not necessarily as powerful to chant mantras in foreign languages. I find it much more powerful to create your own mantra. So just so you can be a little bit more clear about how powerful the breath work is, I want to share this little bit of information. In German, the word Atmen means breath. In Sanskrit, the word Atma means God or soul or whatever, life force energy, right? So now, if we're taking our breath for granted and we're not thinking about our breath on a daily basis, we're literally taking the higher power, our connection to the collective consciousness, the universal energy, the quantum field, we're taking it for granted. And when, obviously, you know, when you take something for granted, it doesn't do you any good. So the more you can start to focus on your breath, the deeper your connection will be to the higher power, source energy, the quantum realm, whatever you feel it to be. And the more powerful connection you can establish with that, the easier your healing practice will work. This healing practice is a devotion. Be devoted to yourself. Right? You don't have to be devoted to God. You don't have to be devoted to Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, the Buddha. I'm not saying you have to be devoted to something. What I'm saying is, if you create a deeper connection with your breath, you can connect to the law of attraction, if you will, whatever you want to call it, and that will bring the healing in at a much an expressed rate, right? If we disconnect from source and we're just doing movements, sure, that'll make us feel better physically, but it's not going to help us to really establish a connection with source and ask for help, right? You know, if you ask for help, you will get help. But if you disconnect from breath and you're not conscious of it, then how are you going to receive the help? The help comes in the breath. The breath is the connection to source. So all the movements that we do in the next 45 minutes to an hour are going to be focused on connecting and staying with the breath. I may do a little bit of talking throughout the movements. While I'm talking, I don't want you to stop and adjust your shirt and you know, look around and look at your posture. I want you to stay with your breath, right? Because as soon as you disconnect from your breath, you disconnect from the source, and source is trying to help you, right? So if you disconnect and then you just like unplug, right? It's like, imagine that, you know, the source energy is the internet, or the server. I don't know about these technological terms, but it's where we get all the information and the help. And the breath is the cord that connects us to the information and help. If you disconnect from the breath, you've cut the cord, and now the internet is no longer available to you. Right? So kind of think of it that way. Stay connected with the breath. And if you can't do the breath today, you know, practice that. I didn't do all this. I didn't do this immediately. It took me years to learn this stuff. The only way you're going to learn it is by doing it over and over and over again. I'm here every other day on a deeper connection doing this work. It's up to you to fill in between. Right? It's not going to do you that much good if you just come here every other day. What's going to really do good is when you do it every day on your own. I post these videos on the Deeper Connection newsfeed or timeline or whatever it's called. So every day you can go back to a Deeper Connection and watch any of the, not even watch, you need to participate in the classes, right? So every day, even if I'm not here, go to the page, connect with it. And the other thing I wanted to share, which I haven't shared before in these talks, is that if you go to the Deeper Connection community page, which is where you're at right now, there's so much resources there. There's notes that I've written over the years. And even if you look at services that I provide, just reading through the services will help you to understand what you need to do in order to have success with your healing. Whether you take the services or not, the explanation of how the services work is going to give you a lot of information. And the notes, there's tons of notes to read for inspiration. And also at the top of the Deeper Connection Facebook page, there's a blue button on the left-hand side, and it says watch video. If you click on that watch video button, it takes you to YouTube. It's not these videos that we're doing here on the timeline. It takes you to a set of 7 videos on YouTube that start with the root chakra and work their way up. And that's what we have to do. We have to start at the root chakra. We have to get grounded, have that sense of security so that we can move forward in our practice, right? So if you are really wanting to do this work, if this work resonates with you, I highly recommend you start watching the videos under the blue button that take you over to YouTube, and just you do one at a time, right? Start at the root chakra, learn those, move to the sacral chakra, learn those, move to the power chakra, learn those. And those are really great lessons to really get you into this practice. So I saw somebody type something. Let's see what we have. Hello, thank you for doing this. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Like I said earlier, the more the merrier. All right, it looks like we're after 4, so people have probably shown up. I see quite a few more people now, so great. We're going to start the work, and we're going to start the work on the floor today. Then we're going to get up, and then we're going to get back down on the floor. And the reason I want to start the work on the floor today is because I feel like more and more people are needing to get grounded. The longer the stay-at-home order is in effect, the more we are in our minds going, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. How am I going to, I can't work. I don't have money. I go to the food bank to get food, right? I mean, I haven't made money. I've lost a couple $1,000s, for my paying my rent and paying my bills over, April and May, because I can't teach any classes. I can't see any clients. So we really need to stay grounded and have faith. We need to stay grounded in faith that everything is going to be okay. So today we're really going to work on the belly breath. I can't even explain to you how important it is for you to breathe into your belly. And people are like, breathe into the belly? What does that mean, right? We have to breathe into our belly, not up here. Up here is the heart chakra. Everything from the heart chakra up is anxiety, depression, anger, fear. It's all up here. Throat chakra, we're not speaking our truth. We're not being heard. It's all here. So if you have all of this anger and fear and anxiety and all these things going on, you have to get grounded. Once you get grounded, all this stuff starts to balance out and you're not up here in all this craziness, right? So it's really important that we breathe into the belly. So we're going to start. The easiest way to learn how to breathe into the belly is to lay down. So everybody go ahead and lay down. We're going to get up again, so don't get too comfortable, right? If you need to put something under your knees because your lower back hurts, that's fine, or you can keep your knees bent. But everybody go ahead and lay down. And put your hands on your sacral chakra. So your sacral chakra is right below your belly button. And then close your eyes and just breathe. Just lay there and breathe with your hands. Feel the warmth of your hands on your belly. Take nice, slow breaths. And feel your belly rise and fall. Nice and slow. So I want everybody to stay laying down. I'm just going to sit up so I can talk a little bit better, but go ahead and stay laying down. Keep your hands on your sacral chakra. Now, if you're not feeling your belly rise and fall as you're laying there, I want you to close the latch in the back of your throat halfway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that latch is the latch that you close when you're gargling, right? So the water doesn't go down the back of your throat. So close the latch in the back of your throat halfway. It'll help you to regulate your breath. It'll sound like this. So keep practicing while I'm talking. It's important to close the latch in the back of your throat so that you can regulate the breath. Fill up your lower abdomen, fill up your belly, fill up your lungs. Bring it all the way up to the crown. Inhaling, exhaling, bringing it back down, letting it go back down and out the root chakra, right? Don't think about it too much. If you can't do it, don't beat yourself up. Just keep practicing. When you close the latch in the back of the throat, it helps you to regulate. Just like, imagine if your window was wide open and the wind is blasting in, right? That's your lungs. They're filling up and you're not really regulating anything. You're just breathing. But if you close the window and leave it open a crack, now you can regulate the flow of the air, right? So this is the same thing. Close the latch in the back of your throat halfway. Take your nice deep belly breaths. Imagine that there's a straw running through your body, right? And as you inhale, this is a nose breathing technique. Inhale, exhaling in through the nose. So inhale. Picture that straw, right? You're drawing, you're filling yourself up with the root chakra energy, right? That's why we're breathing down here, to get grounded, centered, acceptance, security. Sacral chakra is our creation energy. Then power chakra, courage, right? So when we take deep belly breaths, we eliminate all the anxiety and the stuff that's going down here and we get grounded, right? So nice, slow, deep belly breaths. Close the latch in the back of your throat. Feel it rising, feel it falling. And just practicing. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. We're going to continue with the class, and I encourage you all to practice at home. Whenever you can get to laying down, put your hands on your belly, Do it, practice it. If you don't have time to do it during the day, when you go to bed at night tonight, lay there for a few minutes, put your hands on your sacral chakra, close the latch and back of your throat, practice your breathing. Then in the morning when you wake up, don't just pop out of bed, take a minute, put your hands on your sacral chakra, close the latch and back of your throat, focus on your breathing, right? When I first started doing this, I had to put Post-it notes. We didn't have cell phones and internet. I put Post-it notes on my bathroom mirror. So I would get up out of bed, practice my breathing, and while I'm brushing my teeth, there's a Post-it note, circular breathing. So I'm still practicing my circular breathing while I'm brushing my teeth. Post-it note on my kitchen, circular breathing. I'm making the breakfast, circular breathing. Post-it note on my steering wheel, circular breathing. Driving my car, circular breathing, right? The circular breathing is what's going to keep you connected to the higher vibration. So the faster you can get on this path of circular breathing, then it becomes a habit, and then you can take the Post-it notes down and you don't have to worry about it anymore. All right? So now that you're all doing nice deep belly breaths, you can slowly get back up to the seated position. Don't stop your circular breathing as you're moving around. While you're getting up to the seated position, stay with your circular breathing. All right, we're going to incorporate some Kundalini work today because I've been doing it lately myself and I'm finding how really helpful it is. So one of the most important things is that you're able to sit up straight, right? We can't slouch like this. If you slouch like this, you're cutting yourself off, right? You can't bring this oxygen up through here if you're slouched. You have to sit up straight. If you can't sit up straight on the floor, go get a chair. Go get a chair right now. Take yourself to the chair. You have to sit up straight. If you have neck and shoulder pain, it's only because you've dropped your sternum. When you drop your sternum, you pull these forward. It's not the stress of the tension of the day. There's nothing to do with what's going on. It's not your family's fault, your boss's fault, your work's fault that you have pain right here. The only reason you have pain right here, unless you're in an accident or something, is because you're dropping your sternum. So if you want to free yourself from this physical pain, you have to be conscious about lifting your sternum. So all these practices have to do with elongating the spine, lifting the sternum, right? So sit up straight on a chair, on a cushion, whatever you need to do. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're all going to chant Om. And I know I said we don't really chant in a foreign language, but Om is something that is a universal sound, right? And Om is super important because it connects us to the power of all that is, whatever you believe it to be. It takes us out there to the universe, right? So we're all going to chant Om together. And Om is, anytime we chant out loud, it's important not to go, Om. That's not going to work. These techniques are vibrational. You need to come from your core. Feel the vibration. So let's do a few more until I say last one, right? You take a nice deep breath and then you chant. Last one. Stay with your breath. So the first thing we're going to do is sit up straight. If you're sitting on a chair, make sure your knees are at a 90-degree angle. Put your hands on your knees. We're going to lean forward, inhale, lean backward, exhale. Forward, inhale, lift your chest. Backward, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Nice deep belly breaths, not up here. Exhale, inhale, exhale. In and out of the nose. Keep going. We're going to do this for at least 60 seconds, so keep going even though I'm talking. Focus on the inhale, chest up, opening the chest. Exhale, scrunch the belly, get all the oxygen out, right? Keep going. Do it at your own pace, right? Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is really great for the spine. This is going to loosen up your spine. It's going to help with sciatic. It's going to help with your heart chakra. It's going to help with your shoulder energy, right? Stay with the breath. Inhale, exhale. Do it at your own pace. You can do it fast, you can do it slow. Whatever's comfortable for you, just do it. Keep going. Close your eyes if you can. It'll help you go within. While you're doing this, make sure your tongue is relaxed, your jaw is relaxed, your third eye is relaxed. Breathe. Keep going, 10 more. And slowly come to a stop. Get into a good posture. Lift your rib cage up. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. Breathe. Stay with your breath. Make sure you're in a good posture. Put your hands on your shoulders. If you can't put them on your shoulders, put them as far as you can. Even if you can just go like this, that's fine, right? So we're going to turn to the left. Inhale, exhale, right. Big belly breaths again, right? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. Keep your shoulders, keep your elbows wide. Don't bring them forward, right? Back and forth. Inhale, exhale. It's like you're transferring energy. The left side is the receiving side. The right side is the giving side, right? So you're transferring from the left to the right, bringing it over with the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep your sternum up. Keep going. Twist and turn. Twist and turn. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. Relax the jaw. Make sure everything is relaxed with these techniques. Keep your sternum up high. And then slowly coming to a stop. Bring your fingertips, thumb and forefinger together, sit up straight, breathe. Close your eyes and feel your body. Notice what you're feeling, right? You're feeling your spine. You're becoming aware of your body, right? Basically what I'm teaching you is body awareness, right? Soon you'll feel your own blood flow. Soon you'll feel your own heartbeat. The more awareness we have of our bodies, the easier it is to heal the issues we have with us. All right, the last Kundalini breath work we're going to do is for thyroid, throat, right? We were working this up and down, getting nice and strengthen the core, sacral chakra. We've worked the heart, going back and forth, opening up this, now the throat, right? So all I want you to do is inhale, lift your shoulders, exhale, drop them. Just drop them. Don't force them down. Just drop them. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Do it at your own pace. Keep your back elongated, right? Don't slouch down. Inhale, exhale. Do it. Keep going. Do it at your own pace. The goal is to keep going, not to stop. You may feel a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. You can't change unless you become uncomfortable. You have to become uncomfortable in order to change your health. to change your mental health, right? You have to go through these uncomfortable things in order to make it through the other side. Inhale, exhale, lift it up, drop, right? Keep going. Maybe feeling a little warm, right? That's what Kundalini is doing. All right, coming to a slow stop, sitting up straight, feeling. Feeling how you feel. Notice how you're feeling. Stay with your breath. Let's go nice back to that nice deep circular breathing. Inhale, exhale, drawing that energy up, bringing it back down. And let's do a couple Kegel exercises on the exhale now to get us grounded again, right? So when we inhale, the pelvic floor is relaxed. As we inhale, we bring the energy up. As we exhale, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, releasing those muscles on the pelvic floor. Inhaling, exhaling. Now I see people liking stuff that I'm saying, which is great. I'm glad you like it. But if you're liking what I'm saying, that probably means you're not doing because you're there on your phone typing. So no more liking, no more loving. Let's do. Get in your seat, set your phone up, set your computer up, and start doing, right? Liking what I'm saying isn't going to help you. Doing is going to help, right? So I love that you love it. I love that you like it, but I really want you to do it. That's what's going to create the change, the doing, right? You can like and love it at the end, and you can tell me all about it. All right. Kegel exercises, right? Inhaling deeply, bringing the energy up. Exhaling, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. This helps us to become more aware of the flow. On the exhale, we're doing the Kegel exercise. It helps us bring the energy back down. So while I'm talking, continue with this technique. Inhaling, bring the energy up. Exhaling, if you can close your eyes, even better. That helps us to go within and start feeling the breath. Don't think about it. This isn't that challenging, right? So just clear your mind, breathe, and do Kegel exercises on the exhale. Then on the inhale, relax, breathe it up. Exhale, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Kegel exercises are great for women. It helps us have children, natural childbirth, helps us with incontinence as we get older. For men, Kegel exercises are super important if you don't want ED or prostate issues. Kegel exercises on the exhale will eliminate all of those issues for you men. So, coming to a natural stopping point with the Kegel, I stay with the breath, right? We're still staying with the breath. Let's all stand up. As we stand up, stay with the breath. All right, as we stand up, we need to get into a good posture. In a good posture, I mean knees are unlocked, root lock is in, not forward. Just tuck your butt under, lift your sternum. Now we've protected our lower back. When you put your root lock in, you protect your lower back. When you keep your knees unlocked, it keeps you from being, also protecting your back. And then you got to lift the sternum so that we can get the oxygen through. So every time I say good posture during the class, it means knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. All right, we're in a good posture. We're doing our deep circular breaths, drawing the energy up as we inhale, bringing it back down as we exhale. Do all the movements on your exhale. Not when I'm doing it, not when I tell you to do it, on your exhale. Do your breathing at your own pace. All right, let's take a nice deep breath, and as we exhale, let's slowly dangle down. Don't try to touch the floor. Don't stretch out your fingers and arms. Relax. Breathe. If you can only go this far, that's fine. Make sure you're taking your deep belly breaths. Every exhale, allow gravity to just pull you down. Stay with the breath. Feel your whole torso expand. Exhale, allow gravity to pull you down just a little more. Keep your knees unlocked, breathe. Eventually you'll get to the floor, especially if you do this every day. The more you do it, the faster you'll get to the floor. But forcing yourself to get to the floor, trying to get to the floor, pushing yourself is just going to pull a muscle or pinch a nerve. Just relax in this pose, stay with your breath, and then let gravity pull you down with every exhale. Nice and slow. Keep the latch in the back of your throat closed halfway. Nice, slow, deep breathing. You can wiggle your shoulders a little, but keep your arms and hands relaxed. Keep your head relaxed. Breathe. On the next exhale, slowly coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last thing to come up. Get into a good posture. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Great. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, arms above the head. Clasp your hands. Keep your elbows wide. Don't bring your shoulders up. Shoulders down, elbows wide, knees loose, root lock in. Breathe, elongate the spine. Just stand here. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Elongate the spine, keep the root lock in, staying with your breath. Keep your elbows wide. On the next exhale, twist your upper body to the right. Keep your elbows wide. Breathe. Keep your knees loose. Don't overdo it. There should be no pain in this class. If you can only go this far, that's fine. Just go as far as is comfortable for you. Stay with your breath. Keep your head between your elbows. On the next exhale, tipping toward the right a little bit, stretching the left side. Keep your elbows relaxed. Keep your shoulders down. Breathe. Feel the stretch down the left side. Relax. Let gravity do the work. Then on the next exhale, slowly coming back to center. Drop your arms. Let your arms flop around. Jump. Breathe. If you can't jump, you can go up on your toes. Just let it flop. Up, flop, right? But the goal is to move more, not less. If you stay with your breath, you won't run out of breath, right? You got to just let everything flop around. All right, get back into a good posture. Nice deep breath. Exhale, arms back up. Relaxed shoulders down, arms are wide. Breathe. Root lock is in, knees are loose. Elongate that spine, elongate your neck. On the next exhale, slowly twisting to the left this time. Keep your head between your arms. Breathe. On the next exhale, slowly tipping toward the left now. Relax. Breathe. Keep your arms loose. Head between the elbows. Feel the stretch down the right-hand side. Nice deep breaths. Let gravity do the work. Then on the next exhale, slowly coming back to center, drop the arms and jump. Don't shake your hands. Let your hands flop. There's a huge difference. Breathe. All right, feeling good. We're going to open up a little bit the heart chakra here. So left foot points to the left, right foot points straight forward. Lunge onto your left knee. Relax your arms and shoulders. Your knee should not be over past your toes, just even with your toes. Now, your left arm is relaxed. Don't hold yourself on your knee. Take a nice deep breath. Keep your shoulder against the imaginary wall. Pretend you're up against a wall. Exhale, bring your arm up. Don't overstretch it. Don't try to reach the ceiling. Just bring your arm up. And just stand in this pose and breathe with your arm up. Don't let your knee come in. Don't hold yourself. All of my body is relaxed. The only tension there really is on my left leg because I'm putting pressure on it. So now just stand like this and breathe. Keep your arm against that imaginary wall. Don't let it fall forward. Breathing, relaxing. And then excellent, slowly coming down. Jump it out a little bit. Let's go to the right. Right foot to the right, left foot forward, lunging to the right a little bit. Keep your back against the wall. Right arm is now relaxed. Nice deep breath. And bring the left arm up. If you want to bring it, some people are more bendy or stretchy. You can bring your arm over, but I don't want you to hyperextend or overextend anything. It's more important to keep your back flat against that wall than how far over you go. Make sure this arm is relaxed. Breathe. And then slowly coming back down. And let's jump it up. All right, great. We're going to do a little more throat chakra stuff today, like I promised. So let's clasp our hands behind our back like this, but don't pull them down. Relax. Shoulders are down, arms are relaxed. You can use your hands to kind of keep your butt tucked in, keep your knees loose, and you're nice and relaxed, shoulders back. Simply because your arms are back, they're allowing you to keep your sternum up. All right, let's take a nice deep breath. Drop your head on the exhale. Don't force it down, don't push it down, just let it fall. However far it goes, stay with your breath. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck, maybe down through the scapula or even into your lower back. The more body awareness you get, the more you're going to feel these stretches through your body. Staying with the breath, just letting the head be heavy. On the next exhale, turn your head and look to the right. Inhale right. Drop your head, roll it, look to the left. Just roll it and drop it. Don't force it. Nice and slow. Inhale left. The slower you go, exhale, drop the head, roll it to the right. The better it is for you, especially if you have neck problems. If you have thyroid or pain in your neck, you have to go super slow. Inhale, one side, drop the head while you exhale, slowly rolling it to the other side. Do it at your own pace. Always inhaling to the side and exhaling while we roll the head. Good. Couple more. Make sure your jaw is relaxed, your tongue is relaxed, your temples, your third eye, knees loose, root lock in, sternum is up. Everything is relaxed in this pose. Then on the next exhale, stop at the bottom and bring yourself back to center. Stay with the breath. Another nice deep breath. Exhale, look up. Exhale, just drop your head back far enough so that you feel some stretch. Not so far as that you bring your shoulders up because it hurts, right? That's not going to help. Just a little bit. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Keep your root lock in. Keep your knees loose. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your arms relaxed. Just breathing, feeling the stretch. Stay with your breath, and on the next exhale, as you exhale, open your mouth wide and go stretch your mouth wide open. This is going to stretch your cheeks, your face, your neck. Breathe it out. Then close your mouth, deep breath. This time a big smile as we exhale. Stretch those big smiles, stretching the face. Inhale, relax. On the last exhale, point your lips like you're kissing. Blowing it out. Really bring your face forward, stretching all that facial tissue forward. And then inhale, coming back to center. All these techniques will help your face, your throat. At this point in time, all right, stay with your breath as I'm talking. I've been wanting to share this and I keep forgetting, so today I'm going to share this. At this point in time, I am giving myself a facelift. No Botox, no surgery. After my car accident a couple years ago, I noticed that I was getting a sad face, droopy face. My muscles, because I was sad, right? So now a year and a half later, I'm like, oh my God, my face is so droopy, right? And that's when people go get plastic surgery or Botox. But you can give yourself a facelift just by moving your face muscles, right? So this technique by and ooh and ee, it's going to start moving your face. You can lift your eyebrows, lift your eyebrows, lift your eyebrows. Like that's going to really start lifting your face. So all of you who are older, considering Botox or something, do some facial yoga and it will really help. All right, we're going to dangle down again. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, slowly dangling down. Don't have to go all the way down, just wherever's comfortable for you. Breathe. Make sure your knees are loose. Your head is relaxed. Your fingers and arms are relaxed. Stay with your breath. Just letting gravity pull you down, even if it's just 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 of an inch, just little by little. It took me months to touch my toes, right? But I did this every day, 3 times a day. So doing this 2-3 times a day is going to start loosening up the tension in your body, right? As you're down here now breathing, let's do a body check-in. Where does it hurt? Does it hurt in your lower back? Does it hurt in your butt muscles? Does it hurt in the backs of your legs, right? Figure out, feel where it's pinching or pulling, and then connect with that part of your body, and on the next exhale, let that tension go. Let that tension go. With every exhale, let that tension go. Wiggle your shoulders around, stretch out your back. Don't force it, but just stay relaxed, Stay with the breath. And then on the next exhale, slowly coming back up. Stay with your breath. Beautiful. All right, the last thing we're going to do is for heart chakra. It's also for neck and shoulders. If you're going through the reprocessing of lifting your sternum so your neck and shoulders don't hurt, I highly recommend you do this 4, 5, 6 times a day. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up, big backstroke. But keep your elbow bent. Do not straighten your arm. Elbows bent. Let your elbow lead. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Right? Really big. The stretch is in here. It's not your arm. It's your torso. So big stretches. And look behind you. If you look behind you when you're doing this backstroke, you'll notice that after 3 or 4, you'll be able to see further and further behind you because you're stretching out, right? Notice what's behind you on the wall. Breathe. Big strokes. And then the next time, after 3 or 4 times, notice that you can see further behind you. Breathing, relaxing, swimming. Now let's go. If you can close your eyes and don't falling down, then go ahead and close your eyes. And let's go to our favorite swimming place. Feel what it feels like when you're swimming at your favorite swimming place, right? You're floating, breathing. The sun is shining on us. This is meditation. We're calling in on a feeling that we already know, a feeling we're familiar with. Vacation. No phones, no internets, no people, just breathing. Feel your body floating in the water as you're going through swimming. Let's swim back to shore, get our smoothies or our pina coladas, whatever you got back there waiting for you, and come to a stop. Jump it out. Jump it out. Breathe. Excellent. All right. I love you guys. I see you all there. I don't know who it is. I can't see who, but I love you. All right. Staying in a good posture. Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. We're going to go into a downward dog, so get to the edge of your mat, but don't just go into a downward dog. There's a series we're going to do, right? Knees loose, root lock in, sternum up. Nice deep breath. Exhale, dangle down. Just dangling. Notice how much further you may be going down now than when we first started, right? Breathing. Let your whole torso expand. Exhale, let gravity pull you down little by little. Rome wasn't built in a day. All right, just staying with the breath. Again, going through your checklist. If you know your hands are tight, relax your hands. If you know you clench your jaw, relax your jaw. Get the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Relax it in your mouth. Breathe. On the next exhale, slowly walking forward. If you can't do this, that's fine. Just meet us on the floor. Now, distribute your weight evenly, and then you can relax into this pose. Your knees can be loose. Your heels can be up, right? So distribute your weight evenly and relax and breathe. Stay with your breath. Don't hold your breath. Relax. On the next exhale, then allow your heels to fall just a little bit as you've relaxed a little more. On your next exhale, push yourself back. Flatten out that back, right? We need to flatten out the back to open the heart chakra. Breathe. Just staying with the breath, stretching the whole body. And then on the next exhale, slowly coming back down. Excellent. All right, getting into a seated position now. Make sure you're sitting on a bolster if you can't sit up straight, or a chair. We're going to do one more breathwork technique that I want to share with you for the power chakra, and this is called fire breath. Power chakra is responsible for anger and fear and all those kinds of things. So when you start to feel anger or fear or frustration, or you're just aggravated, this is the time to choose to do fire breath. Fire breath is the opposite of the breath of life. Right now, we're sitting here, we're doing our nice big circles, we're filling ourselves up, we're feeling the energy just flowing into our body. Fire breath is very, very short little breaths. And actually, you don't consciously inhale, you just exhale. So for those of you who know what we're doing, start doing your fire breaths. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see. Fire breath, you pull your belly back, right? So when you pull your belly back, pull it back. When you pull it back, you exhale. So keep going. We're doing 100 of these, right? So as you pull your belly back, it pushes the oxygen out of your nose, and you automatically get a little bit of an inhale, right? It just automatically fills back up. So do it at your own pace. Let's do 100 of them. You can do sets of 50, sets of 20, whatever feels good to you. And just picture that you're getting rid of all of the anger, frustration, fear, whatever you got in your life, right? All right, 10 more, keep going. Feel that burn in the stomach now, right? Push it out, push it out, push it out. Keep going, and then slowly coming to a stop, right? You can feel us working on that core power. All right, so everybody's getting back to laying down now. Let's lay back down. Stay with your breath as you move around. And let's bring our arms out to the side, right? Just open your palms facing up, arms out to the side, right? Shoulder height out to the side. And breathe. And if you're working on your circular breathing, you can put your hands on your belly. Feel your belly rising and falling. But once you've gotten that, open your hands, put them out to the side, palms up. The reason we need the palms up is because we want to be open to receiving. Go through your checklist. Make sure your fingers and toes are relaxed, your hands and your feet, right? Your lower back is relaxed, your tongue, your jaw, just breathing nice, deeply, drawing that energy up, filling yourself up from the bottom to the top as you inhale. And then bringing it back down as we exhale. Not thinking about it too much, just start to feel your breath flowing through your body. On the next exhale, slowly bring your knees up. Don't hold your knees, just kind of wiggle, maybe walk your butt down a little bit, but let your legs be relaxed. Let your feet be relaxed. Breathe. We're going to do some lower back massage. This is for sciatic. We're going to massage around the tailbone by lifting your butt, but I don't want you to push with your hands or your arms or your shoulders. I want you to use only your lower ab muscle to lift your butt and go around that tailbone. Lift it up. Lift it up. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Notice your tailbone. Notice the pressure around your tailbone as you lift your butt. The rest of your body is relaxed. Feet and toes, legs are relaxed. Arms and hands and shoulders are relaxed, using only that ab muscle to lift and lift. Nice and evenly around the whole tailbone. This really feels good if you have sciatic stuff going on, lower back pain. Breathe. Lift your butt. Start to feel it in the lower abs, right? This is sacral chakra, root chakra stuff. Breathing. Keep going. Let's do 10 more. Stay with your breath. Make sure your jaw isn't clenched. Your tongue is relaxed. Breathe. All right, coming to a slow stop. Let's go the other direction, right? Up and around, up and around. Notice your tailbone. Feel the massage that's going on. Breathe. Lift it up off the floor, right? You want to get that top of that tailbone. The only way to get around the top of the tailbone is to lift your butt up a little bit. Good. And then slowly coming to a stop, put your feet on the floor, knees are bent. Breathe. Notice how good we're feeling. Notice maybe a little burn in the sacral chakra. It all is working. All right, we're going to do one more self-massage technique that really works good. So let's slowly, if you want to roll on your side, you can push yourself up. And we're going to get on our knees. If you cannot get on your knees, get to a table with a chair. All right, you can do this technique on the on a table with a chair. So sitting on the chair, make sure your feet are at a 90-degree angle. If you're on the floor and you can sit on your feet, we're going to sit on our feet like this. If you need something, I need to put something underneath my ankles because of my foot, right? So you can put underneath your ankle. If it hurts your thighs, put a pillow under your butt. It's really important to be relaxed in this pose so you can sink down. All right, so root lock in, sternum up, nice deep breath. Sink down into this pose. If you're sitting on a chair, feel your sit bones on the chair. All right, sitting up nice and straight. Sit on the edge of the chair. Do not lean back in the chair. Nice deep circular breaths. Stay with your breath. I'm going to turn so you can see me better. You guys just stay where you're at. All right. If you're at a table or if you're on the floor, put one hand on top of the other like this. Arms right exactly out to the side. So nice even line. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, put your forehead onto your hands. Keep your elbows out to the side, nice and even. Keep that alignment. Spread your legs out. Bring your chest between your knees. Breathe, relax. If you're at the table, make sure your elbows are at the table, your head can relax, and make sure you're elongating that spine. You want to feel a stretch through spine. You don't want your spine to be rounded. If you need to move your chair back a little bit from the table, that's fine. So just stay in this pose. The goal is to get your chest to the floor, right? That's going to open your heart chakra. It's going to heal your mid-back issues, your scapula issues, your heart chakra issues. Breathe. Nice deep breaths. Just relaxing. All right, so now we're going to do some shoulder and neck massage, but we're going to stay in this pose, right? Make sure that your weight is back on your feet. You're completely relaxed in this pose. And if you need to look up right now, if you don't understand what I'm saying, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our head down to the floor and use our hands to massage our shoulders. It's important that your head is relaxed. So you have to relax your head and then massage. Pinching. Pinch your neck, pinch your shoulders. Keep your head relaxed though. Breathe. You can go all up and down your neck, all up and down your shoulders. Stay with the breath. The harder you pinch, the more you're going to reach and loosen up those tense muscles. Make sure your jaw is relaxed, your tongue is relaxed. And then when you're done, bring your head up and let's massage the scalp by really rubbing that crown chakra. Rub it really kind of hard with your fingers. Stimulate your whole scalp. Breathe. And then let's slowly come up. Whew. Well, I don't know about you, but I feel pretty good. All right, stay with your breath. We're going to get down for the gong meditation, and I'm going to do a little guided meditation as well. So if you have your earbuds handy, put those in, plug them in. Get yourself comfortable on your floor. Lay on your back if you can. If you can't lay on your back, lay however you're comfortable. It's okay. See if you can keep your spine elongated while you don't hunch up, right? So go ahead and get comfortable. Laying on your back. Either put your hands on your stomach or out to the side. Stay with your breath as you move around. And put the bolster under your knees. Get a blanket if you need one. Just stay with your breath as you move around. Breathing deeply. And I'll just guide you through this beautiful meditation. And then we'll do the gong for a little bit. All right, laying flat on the floor, staying with your breath, arms out to the side, nice deep belly breaths, drawing the breath up, in through the body, all the way up, relaxing and releasing back down and out. Feel the weight of your body against the floor. Notice the pressure points of your body against the floor. Breathing deeply. Getting heavier and heavier with every exhale, more and more relaxed. Checking in to make sure your fingers and your toes are relaxed. Your hands and your feet are relaxed. Your arms and your shoulders are relaxed. Making sure your neck and spine are elongated. You can walk your heels down a little bit, walk your shoulders out a little bit. Breathe. Notice the alignment of the floor beneath you. As you inhale, bring that alignment into your body. As you exhale, release any tension, any pain, any thoughts. If you need a mantra to keep your mind clear at this time, you can start to just chant in your mind, inhaling healing energy, exhaling everything that doesn't serve me. Inhaling healing energy, exhaling everything that doesn't serve me. Whatever you need to do to focus on staying within. Close your eyes. It's much easier to stay focused within when we close our eyes. Just becoming more and more aware of your body and the weight against the floor, the alignment of the floor, and your breath flowing through you. Become aware of the space just in front of your third eye. See the white light that glows there as you look into that space, keeping your eyes closed. Just noticing the radiance of that white light right outside of your third eye, 2 or 3 inches in front of your third eye, the space just outside your physical body. Staying with the breath and your awareness. And start to feel the energy around your body. Just above your body, you're relaxing your aura energy, right? Those 2 or 3 inches that are all around you, your personal space, above your head, beneath your feet, all around your body. Just becoming more aware of that energy field. Now expanding your awareness, keeping your eyes closed, but just becoming one with the space that you're in, the room that you're in, the area around you, just becoming more and more aware as we breathe, as we relax, and expand our awareness. And now expanding it a little further to the building that you're in, the house you're in, the condo building, just becoming aware more and more of this bigger space around you. Staying with your breath. And expanding your awareness now to your block, your neighborhood, right? The energy of the neighborhood, breathing in and then sending love out to the neighborhood and even to the city or the town that you're in. You know the energy, you know the space you're in, the size of your town, the size of your city. Just kind of picture that as you're breathing and expanding your awareness. And now let's expand our awareness to the state we're in, right? The whole state, and just breathing in and expanding and releasing and sending love to the whole state. Maybe picture your state on a map if you can, and just kind of expanding your awareness. And now let's be aware of the country we're in. We all know what it looks like. Picture yourself in your little spot in the country, wherever you're at. Just breathing, relaxing, getting heavier and heavier with every exhale. Sending love out to the country, raising the vibration, staying with your breath. Seeing the oceans to the east and the west, the land to the north and the south. Just expanding that awareness around the world. Sending love and healing out, receiving love and healing back. Staying with the breath. Now let's go up to space and see our Earth from a distance. Notice the beautiful glowing marble that we see amidst the darkness. It's green, it's blue, it's white, the sun is shining on it, it's beautiful. Let's send some healing love energy to Mother Earth as we admire it from afar. Let's inhale gratefully, graciously, for our experience here on Earth, for its beauty, for its support, the way it nurtures us. Just being grateful for having Earth, the sun, the moon, staying with the breath, admiring and loving Earth from a distance. Now let's expand our awareness into the depths behind the Earth or around the Earth, the blackness. This blackness is the field of pure potentiality. This is where anything can happen and everything is possible. So as we breathe now, let's expand our awareness to the limitless possibilities in the blackness that is the universe. The stars, the planets that are twinkling out there. Breathe, admire, graciously, gratefully, bringing in the possibilities of all that is. And let's come back down to earth now, slowly but surely, feeling your body against the floor, staying with the breath and the feeling of love, the expansion of what we just did, going out to outer space, feeling that lightness, gratitude. If a thought comes into your mind, just go back to your mantra. Just breathing deeply. Nice deep breaths, drawing the energy up from the root chakra to the crown as we inhale. Exhaling completely, releasing everything back down and out the root chakra. Letting go of all the things that don't serve you to make room for inspiration and growth.
So there's no hurry to get up. Just take a moment to lay there and notice how you are feeling. Maybe twist your wrists and ankles a little bit, stretch. And before you get up, just kind of turn onto the left side. When we lay on our left side, all of our organs hang comfortably in our body without pressure. So just integrate what you're feeling. Meditation is about being able to pick a feeling and bring it into your body. No matter if there's chaos all around us. Meditation isn't about able to be in bliss when we're in bliss, at home or at the park or at the beach. Meditation is about being able to be in bliss when there's chaos all around us. So lay on your side for a moment. Feel this feeling of how good you feel, body, physically, the movements, the breath work, emotions. And then recall this feeling the moment you need it when you're starting to feel stressed out. So after you're done integrating and feeling, you can use your right arm to push yourself up to seated. And you can stay down there. I'm not making you get up. Lay there as long as you want, right? Especially if you don't have anything going on. So stay with your breath throughout the day and use these techniques throughout the day. When you start to feel stressed out, when you start to feel anxious or anger or something that's going on that you don't like, ground yourself with your breath, with the Kegel exercises, with the techniques. Jump up and down a little bit, jump it out, dangle down, reach up, stretch, right? Do these techniques when you start to notice your vibration going lower, because when you lower your vibration, the law of attraction follows suit.
So if you start to lower your vibration, what you're going to create is going to be of a low vibration. So the awareness of going, okay, I'm starting to feel that lower vibration. Let me choose to stop feeling that and take some deep breaths and jump around a little bit, do a little backstroke, take a bike ride, shoot some hoops, whatever it is for you. If you don't, these techniques don't resonate with you, do something that resonates with you to change the vibration, the trajectory of your vibration, and bring it back up, because then what you're going to attract is going to be at a higher vibration. So we will be back here again next week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, same time, 3:45 for all the new people who want to ask questions, who've never done this practice before, or if you've been coming for a while and you want to make some suggestions of what you would like to work on, please join us at 3:45. If not, come at 4, and that's when we'll start the class, movements, breathwork, mantra. People have been messaging me and giving me some really good feedback on these classes of what they're experiencing. Bring a pen and paper. A lot of people have been having aha moments and they write them down while we're going through this class. If you have anything you want me to offer on Monday, please don't hesitate to message me. I'm doing this for you. I'm also doing this for me because I like to do it, but I'm doing it to help you out there raise your vibration and keep it at a high energy. So I would appreciate your feedback, because I don't want to just be, doing things that help me, because everybody has different experiences. Oh, I love you. All the hearts are coming in now. Woohoo! I love the hearts. All right. Well, I love you guys, all of you. Oh, I see Danny. Hi, Danny. Hi, Margaret. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys all came, and come back on Monday. If somebody wants to start a watch party, I would love that. Let's get more and more people involved. Remember, the more people that show up at the same time, the better it is for us to raise our vibration if we're doing it together. Invite your friends and use the Deeper Connection Facebook page. It's kind of like a website. I've put a lot of notes on there. I've spent years working on this page. It's not just a regular old Facebook page. It really has a lot of great information. It has lots of positive, inspirational posts to share, lots of funny posts that will make people think, posts that will make you think. So spend some time on a Deeper Connection, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me. Have a great weekend, everybody. It's Saturday, so enjoy, and I love you, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye. Thanks for all the hearts. I appreciate it. I love you too. Bye.